So I think one of my bass knobs is going bad, which is why I went ahead and ordered another one. It's the new one that I got to run with my two BD 1500s. And I was picking up that noise, kind of like, sounds like something is rubbing on the woofers. And also the woofers were kind of moving on their own too, without music even playing. So when I unattached the bass knob, it went back to normal. So what I did was I went ahead and just ordered another one. I'm not sure if it's the knob itself or the cord, but we're going to see and see if that noise goes away. So that's one of the problems I found with running two bass knobs. All right. The only issue I'm having now is with this box, it's pushing forward towards the tailgate instead of moving back like the other boxes usually do. This one right here is moving forward. So I need to find a way to bolt that down and have it so it's not sliding forward. When it does slide forward, I can hear a slight difference in the music and a lot more rattle coming from the hatch. So that's one of the issues right there. But other than that, man, this thing is pounded. So what I was hoping to do initially was to use the RCAs kind of like I have them now. I never intended to strap or anything like that. And another thing that confused me was on the switches, there's a single master and slave. I thought there was just a master and slave selector, but there's 3 selections you can choose on the amp. So that confused me a little bit too, but we got it all figured out now. I have both amps in single mode, and I think I should have kept them both in single mode. But from the jump, I thought there was a master and slave. So I thought one of them had to be in master and the other had to be in slave. But the only thing I was trying to do was jump the RCAs from the master amp or the first amp into the second amp through the pass-through. And I think that still will work. But right now, I'm just sharing the main RCAs from the head unit through these RCA splitters. And pretty much that fixed everything. But doing the troubleshooting process, I ended up messing around with the gains because I couldn't figure out why one was putting out output and the other one was not. And so I kind of screwed up the gain settings. And from here, it's hard to set the gains through the speaker terminals because my probes won't fit. I don't have enough room to put the probes in because it's so close to the mat or the trunk floor. So I pretty much had to set the gains with the VU meter at a 40 hertz test tone, but I had to keep the volume low because the speakers are on pretty much. And so that's allowed to set gains. So I kind of did it that way. In order for me to get the gains right, I'm going to have to take the amps off the box and then reset them like that. But I kind of need to anyway because I don't have enough room here to get the wires in, and I don't feel confident that these wires, the positive and negative, are in there properly. And so that's something I definitely want to fix. And also the wires here don't have wire ferrules on them. We just kind of shoved them in there to try and go and listen to it real quick, but I left it like that for now. And man, this thing has been performing. Probably one of the better prefab boxes I've had thus far in this 2 years of messing around with this. And also with these wires here on this side, I want to go ahead and remove this fuse block to get it out the way. And I just want to have pretty much wires going from the bus bars straight into the amp. This right here is a fuse, but it's 500 amp. And I may want to get another one because if both amps are pulling over 300 amps, then this right here may crack or break. And so I probably want to get another one. And I noticed too that I'm dropping voltage. while I'm at idle. But long as I'm driving, I'm fine. But as soon as I come up to, you know, a red light and I still got the music playing, I'm dropping like 13, no, not dipping into 12s, but definitely in the lower 13s, coming from 14.5. So that's probably something that I want to look into, is probably getting another big Jeff battery. But with doing that, I'm going to have to find somewhere to put it. And that's going to require me taking all of this stuff out again to find out where I want to put that battery. But yeah, today I just want to take these off, put some wire ferrules on them, and then possibly see if I can rearrange this amp here so I can put those wires in there safely and not have them kind of coming out or at an angle. Sort of like this one is going straight up and down, so I know there's a tight fit, secure fit with these, especially with the wire ferrules on. But all right, this is it. I did clean up these wires on these amps, so they look a lot better. And if you guys have been following for a while, you know it was a bunch of mess back here. A lot cleaner with the wires. And so yeah, just need to get that done today, and we'll look at it afterwards. All right, got all that braided sleeve crap cleaned up. Put me some heat shrink on, and it's gonna look better going into the amp. I want to do that to the other side. I'll eventually get to that, but right now this was a task and I got it done. I just need to put the wires back in the amp. All right, so I had to take that amp down in order to get the wires back in here because the amp was too close up here. I barely even got that one in, and I definitely couldn't get the negative in because this was in the way right here to get the negative wire in, ground wire in. So I had to remove that one in order to get these seated in there properly. Then I end up probably putting that back in the same spot. All right. So I've lost output for some reason. It's not sounding right anymore. So what I'm doing now is troubleshooting to see if I have a problem with the RCAs or if it's a problem with the speakers, which I don't believe. I just measured them in they ohmed out correctly on both amps at a 1 ohm. So I don't believe I have a problem with the speakers, but there may be something with these RCAs. So I'm doing some troubleshooting to figure out what's really going on. It also may be those bass knobs too, those telephone wires. I had a problem with one. I replaced it, and everything sounded right. The sound came back like I want and like I needed it. But now I went on a drive earlier, and the sound like came in. It wasn't there before, and then it just came in. Like it was sounding right, like I needed it to. But before then, it wasn't there. So that's telling me that something is off, something is wrong, something is loose. Maybe, I don't know. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think the fail point is right here in these RCAs. So what I'm gonna do is do it like I intentionally planned to do, which was get my RCA signal from the main amp through the pass-through and see if that works. And you know, basically running the main jack from the head unit to the main amp, and then run a pass-through through the regular RCA jacks, which is right there, to see if that fixed the issue. So yeah, I mean, this thing was pounding like crazy, but now nothing. It's always something. All right, and for this side, I went ahead and upgraded. I took the other wire off, and I upgraded this one to a 2/0, and it's much shorter welding cable, and it fit in there no problem. And I have this side also, I think I kept it the same, but it's a little long as far as the ground. I probably need to shorten that up, and I did shorten this one up a whole lot. So this is a very short positive wire, power wire going into the amp. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to shorten this ground up a bit. See how long it is? Fairly long, fairly long. I think it's about 5 feet. Yeah, now that I shortened that one up, I think that'll be it, man. And order me some more RCAs that I match, some black ones that I match this. And I think that's about it. I think overall, man, it's pretty good. I still do need to set the gain, so I'm gonna need some help with that. I gotta lift this box up and set something under it so I can put my voltmeter probes in here so I can set it at 32.3 volts. Same thing with that one. I can reach the gain knob, but that's it. I can't really set it at the correct voltage or where I need it. So that's one of the dilemmas. And I know it's not set because I'm having to push up on the sub level to get the output that I'm looking for. Now, maybe that could work. These gains are set pretty much at 0. And I'm moving up on the sub level. So everything you just heard was on the sub level, pushed up to like round 3. But if I set it to where I need it, I can go ahead and put that sub level down. I like to have my sub level at -5 on my head unit. And so I know the gains are very, very low. I think that's about it. All right. Also discovered that these were bad too. Although they was brand new, this one on this side was bad. This one kept slipping out the amp. I kept losing my sound. And I was wondering why. Working just fine. And then next thing you know, my sound is gone. And so I discovered, came back here and found one of these. Well, this one actually, Zag 1, was just sitting out the amp, just like that, leaned against this one. And I'm surprised nothing shorted out, but it was sitting there, just leaned up against that one. So this one kept sliding out. So I knew I couldn't have that. So what I ended up doing, instead of using these splitters, I went on ahead and just ran everything through this audio pipe signal splitter, which I wasn't going to use, but I mean, I didn't think it would work, I guess. But it's working just fine. I have the input going here from the regular or from the head unit. Then I have the output sub going into that one. Then I have another output RCA's going to that one, and it's working just fine. Now, it's not the color of RCA cables that I want, but for right now, this is what I'm doing, and it's working just fine. I would like to order another black pair like this and have that running to there to make it look a little better. But I usually play my system with both seats up anyway, so you don't see any of this stuff. But for me, just to have everything matching, I'm gonna order another pair and hope that they're not bad. Yeah, you'd be surprised you can order bad equipment, bad new equipment. So figured that out, got that straightened out, and now, man, this thing is performing. Love it. Coming down in the car and gripping country grain. I'm talking about